You know, Costa Rica has so many reptiles that are common that you can just see walking trails, walking down city streets. There are so many different kinds of reptiles that you can expect to see when you get to Costa Rica. So once again, I'm going to herp in a lot of diverse habitats, from this secondary forest to primary forest to human habitations, to show you guys some of the coolest and common reptiles that you guys can expect to see when you get down here to Costa Rica. I'm Dāv Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures.
At Zilla, we are dedicated to the innovation of caging, lighting, and equipment solutions that provide proper husbandry for your pet's long and happy life. To see our entire catalog, visit zillarules.com.
So if you want to see Costa Rica's largest reptile and one of the rarest in the country, you've got to come to this place right here to see the American crocodile. This place is aptly called the Crocodile Bridge. So this bridge is a touristy place. You can see all the tourists here, and the reason why the crocodiles come here to the Tarcoles River is you've got all these nice islands with nice mud flats to sun themselves on, and the crocodiles just hang out here right under the bridge. Not only that, but the bridge, look at that one right there, the bridge attracts a lot of fish, and so you've got sunning places, you've got a food source, and because the bridge is here, you've got shelter from the sun when things get too hot. But look at that guy just sitting right there. So again, these are American crocodiles, and these range from South Florida to here in Costa Rica, all through the Caribbean. So again, this place is kind of touristy. This bridge is lined with tourists taking photos of all these crocs, but if you want to see American crocodiles, this is the place in Costa Rica to come. It's only maybe about an hour west of San Jose, and you can Google Crocodile Bridge and a lot of information about this spot will come up. But again, you're gonna have to contend with the tourists, but I'd say about 90, maybe even 99% of the time, this is the place that you're going to see the American crocodile here in Costa Rica. So these are the first crocodiles I've seen here in Costa Rica, but you know, as much as I would love to spend the afternoon just staring at these crocodiles, there is so much else to see here. So we're gonna get back in the car and we are going to continue on down the road. So in order to see a wide diversity of species of reptiles and amphibians here in Costa Rica, you have got to travel to varied habitats. And right now, we are in an old growth rainforest. It's also called a primary forest or a virgin rainforest. This place has never seen a bulldozer, so the forest that I'm in right now is tens of thousands of years old. But there is a species of Tree Boa that is only found in this part of Costa Rica, and hopefully we're gonna find it here in this forest. As you can hear, it's pouring rain out there, but because the canopy is so thick, there's not a drop reaching the ground where we are right now. All right, well, so much for the rain not getting through the canopy and hitting us. It is torrential out there. So it is going to be a wet and muddy and slippery hike up this mountain. But hey, listen, those herps don't care if it rains. They're gonna come out in this and we're gonna see what we can find in here. Ugh. So when it downpours like this in the rainforest, you can actually use that to your advantage, because there's a lot of herps that will only come out when it rains like this, and other herps will hunker down under leaf cover and other cover, and it makes them really easy to spot. Oh man, this big tree just fell and we've got to watch our footing near this fig tree, because snakes like fer-de-lances and bushmasters will use these root systems to lie in ambush. And so when you're going through riprap like this, you gotta be very careful of your footing, because they will see you long before you see them. So the rain is dying down a bit. There's probably going to be another cell right behind it, and it's going to dump on us again, but it is so dark in here that we actually have to use flashlights in the middle of the day to see through here. I'm in a clearing now so that I could film this without it being too dark, but down in these little valleys, it's like almost permanent twilight down here. So a trip to Costa Rica wouldn't be complete without seeing at least one species of dart frogs. Costa Rica has several species of dart frogs, but here in the southwest corner, you're going to find these. This is the granular dart frog, and these guys are really small dart frogs. They only grow up to about 20 millimeters, which is less than an inch. And its skin is finely granulated. It's not smooth like other dart frogs. These frogs are terrestrial and diurnal, and they're very territorial, so outside of the breeding season, you may only see one in any given area. But these frogs only occur in Costa Rica and Panama and nowhere else on Earth. And they're relatively common here in the forests of southwestern Costa Rica. So this alien-looking plant here is called Beehive Ginger, and it is a natural insecticide, and it also soothes existing mosquito bites. And these petals are really hard. They're really waxy, and they fill up with water. Well, I am just covered with mosquito bites. So all you have to do is take the water, tip it over, get the water in your hand, and wipe it on your legs like this, just like that. And that's going to soothe my existing mosquito bites and prevent other mosquito bites. So a little bush trick here in the rainforest with this really awesome and alien looking plant. Wow, look at the size of this tree. This is a massive, massive tree. And all these little hiding spots in here are where snakes just will sit in coil and wait in ambush for something to come around here, and bam, right there. Gotta go back up this way again. You really have to watch your footing here. This is some pretty intense bushwhacking.
I think we all should have had machetes.
All right. Did you bring enough machetes for the rest of the class? No. All right. Well, you didn't bring us all the way out here to, like, you know, kill us, and that's why you didn't bring us machetes, right?
No, don't worry.
All right, guys, these guys have a snake up here they just called out.
Oh, yes. Look at that beauty. Was he just in this tree here?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So we've all heard about the Amazon tree boa. This is a Pacific tree boa. And of all the tree boas that are found in Costa Rica, only this one is found in the southwest corner of the country down here. So this again is a Pacific tree boa, and of course they are in the same genus as Amazon tree boas, but there's a lot of different species within the Corallus genus of tree boa species. This one happens to be one of the largest species of tree boa. And one of the interesting things about these tree boas is, look at that. They have a prehensile tail, and they can hang from branches using that prehensile tail, which they use to ambush birds. So they will hang from trees, and as birds fly by, zap, they'll just grab them right out of the air. And this is a tree boa that, like other tree boas, have elongated teeth on the top of the jaw and on the bottom of the jaw. But those elongated teeth can get right through even the densest feathers and hold on to that bird. And once this snake has a bird in its mouth, that bird is toast. It's not going anywhere. These are really well-adapted survivors here in this rainforest, and these are specialized bird eaters, but they'll also eat rodents, they'll also eat amphibians, and that's what makes them so successful out here, is their varied diet. But we all know Amazon tree boas can be snappy. We just pulled this one off a tree, and look at this. He is so calm and gentle He isn't snappy, he isn't trying to bite me, which is good, because if he has teeth that can get through feathers on a bird to get right down to the body of the bird, think about what he can do to your hand. So this guy is making a really good living out here in this rainforest, eating primarily birds, but they will also eat lizards, they'll eat bats, they'll eat rodents. The reason why these are so successful is because they have such a varied diet. But this is one of the biggest species in the Corallus genus. This is one of the biggest Tree Boa species out there. This guy is only a juvenile, but these guys can get so big that they can take down an adult basilisk, and they hunt those at night and get the basilisks while they're sleeping. These are really skilled hunters, not only during the day, but primarily at night. But these guys have that classic Tree Boa body shape, big head on a slender body. And these guys have just the most awesome coloration. Just muted pattern with a black prehensile tail. These are one of the coolest Tree Boas out there. Such a cool find. All right, we're gonna let him go on that tree, and hopefully it doesn't rain too much anymore and we can find some more cool stuff out here. All right, so obviously we are here during the rainy season. Man, this is some serious rain out here. But, you know, coming here in the rainy season has its advantages and its disadvantages. Disadvantages are, well, it's raining, and when that happens, all of the reptiles, most of the reptiles anyway, will just stay put in their burrows, and it becomes more difficult to find reptiles. But obviously in this kind of rain, you can find tons of really cool common amphibians that are found here in Costa Rica. So, man, we're gonna go venture out into this torrential downpour and see what kind of common amphibians we can find here. All right, guys, have a look at this. This is exactly what you can expect to see when you come to Costa Rica in the middle of a torrential downpour at night. This is a Central American bullfrog. It's also called a Smoky jungle frog. Watch what happens when you grab them. Oh, there he goes. Every time you pick up a Smoky jungle, they make that sound. So again, this is called a Smoky jungle frog. This is one of the common frogs. This is one of the common frogs that you'll be able to see if you come to Costa Rica. But man, it is not just raining out here. It is a torrential downpour out here. This is some chubby rain, and it's weird. It's like a hot rain. But this big Smoky jungle frog, or a Central American bullfrog, was out in this. I'm sure we're gonna see a ton of common amphibians out here as well tonight. But this is Central America's, yeah, okay. But this is Central America's biggest land frog. These frogs are really awesome, and they're really prolific out here. They're extremely successful frogs out here. Females can actually lay up to 1,000 eggs at a time. But man, it is, we are complete, yeah. I just love that call. But man, we are getting drenched out here, which is awesome. We are gonna find a ton more amphibians out here. But again, if you come to Costa Rica in the rainy season, even if you come in the dry season, you can expect to see one of these really awesome Smoky jungle frogs. All right, buddy, go back to Costa Rica. There you go. Oh, holy crap, look at this.
That is a huge scorpion that's grabbed a centipede. That is super cool. All right, I need to take an Instagram of that. Wow. So it's just not common herps that you see when you come to Costa Rica. You can see something really awesome like this. I'll have to key this guy out and find out what he is. But dude, you are not getting across that river. Oh, well, I suppose you are getting across that river. Look at that. That's insane. So now that we just saw that really unbelievable scorpion with that centipede in his mouth, I've never seen anything like that. I'm not really an arachnid guy, so I'm gonna look that up and see what kind of scorpion that was. But one of the things that I forgot to mention back when we found that Smoky jungle frog is that Smoky jungle frogs are one of the only frogs in the world that'll eat a scorpion like that. So guys, I don't know how much longer we're gonna stay out here. We are finding some really cool stuff, but man, we are soaked right through our rain clothes. Our boots are completely soaked. Look at poor Joe over there.
Soaking wet, but having a blast.
Yeah, are you totally drenched, man?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
this is awesome. Where else would you rather be?
Right?
I couldn't have said it better myself. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but out here in this torrential downpour, seeing all these really cool things. But man, I'll tell you, I hope all of you who are watching this are nice and dry, wherever, sitting on the edge of your bed, sitting in your office chair, sitting somewhere else. All right, so this is just plain awesome. We got this Anole Lizard, which is a diurnal lizard, seeking refuge from the rain under these leaves. That is pretty awesome. Anoles like this one are one of the most common lizard species you're gonna see here in Costa Rica. And there's a ton of different species of Anole lizards here. And this one has found himself an umbrella. That's pretty awesome. All right guys, so look at this. This is a baby Smoky jungle frog. That's how small they are when they're babies. And then they grow into those big giants. How's it going, little buddy? But look at that. Compared to the size of my finger, they are just little guys. And then again, they grow into those big giants. Look at the tiger pattern on the back legs. That is a cool looking frog. So this is a frog you're going to see everywhere here. This is a rain frog. And these are as common as leopard frogs are in North America. So aside from rain frog, another name for these frogs is mud frogs. I've always called them rain frogs, but this one has a nice orange stripe down its back, and that's pretty unusual to see in rain frogs. So naturally, if you come in the rainy season, you're gonna see tons of amphibians out and about like this. But yeah, downside is you're here in the rainy season. Don't forget to bring a towel. I have no idea what's going on. You know, I'll tell you, Costa Rica is a magical place, and the reason why ecotourism is so popular here is because of the diversity of wildlife and flora and fauna that you can see here. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Costa Rica is a magical place, especially for herpers. Anyway guys, there's lots more reptile adventures coming up from here in Costa Rica, so as always, hit that subscribe button when you do hit that bell so you never miss an upload. Give this video a like, and until the next reptile adventure from here in Costa Rica, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.